Hello, dear aspirants, and welcome to EduTap. So, guys, in this series, we are discussing the strategy for Himachal Pradesh Administrative Services for the mains 2021. And in this session, we'll be discussing the preparation strategy, as well as we'll discuss how to frame your answers for English section. So let's not wait anymore and let's jump into the session, guys. But before we begin, I would like to inform you about the festival sale that we have launched on all our courses across the board. So if you're preparing for NABARD, RBI, SEBI, ICAR, AO, or ESIC Deputy Director, IBPS AFO, UPSC, APFC, or any of our combo courses, we are offering 40% off on all our courses. And guys, the coupon code is EDT40 and the sale is valid only till tomorrow, that is 11th of October. So get yourself benefited and make use of this opportunity. So let's begin, guys. Now, in this series, we've already discussed the segregation of the paper, and we have understood that there are 5 sections that we need to write our answers on. Number 1, that is your grammar. Second is vocabulary. Third is your uh, business communication, that is letter writing or formal report writing. Then comprehension of unseen passage, we've also done that. Today we'll be taking up section number 5, that is Pressy writing. So guys, we'll take up the paper that was given in the year 2019 and we'll be writing a Pressy for the same. So let's first of all look at the definition of a Pressy and what are the do's and don'ts of a Pressy. Guys, you hopefully you know what a Pressy is, right? A Pressy is basically a clear, compact, condensed brief of the passage by exclusion of unimportant text and filtration of key points in the writer's own words. That means in your own words. So you cannot copy paste anything. You have to write, but by summarizing the whole passage in your own words. So Pressy writing is regarded as a very important kind of composition because it develops one's capacity to discriminate between the essential and the non-essential. So how do you basically plan your Pressy? First of all, guys, plan or outline the original passage. So basically what you have to do is in a Pressy, you have to bring it down to the 1/3 of the original passage. So if let's say there are 450 words, so you have to write your Pressy in 150 words. So your simple idea is to bring down the whole passage to 1/3 of the original passage. So you have to plan or outline the passage. Now keep the abstract of the passage. Do not go into the details, but just highlight the important points. Now selection of most prominent phrases and sentences, that is very important. And then you have to form a chain of facts and to connect it to make an organic whole. And I'll tell you how to do it. But there are certain key points that you need to remember while you're drafting a Pressy. Now, first of all, you must remember that you have to give an apt title to a Pressy. So what should be the title to a Pressy? The crux or the gist of the passage should be the title of the Pressy within a couple of words. So that should explain what is the highlight of the whole passage. Then other things to remember, you should avoid replication of important sentences. You should have brevity and clarity while you are defining your while you are framing your Pressy. You must observe proportion, we've discussed that, and it should be 1/3 of the original passage. So guys, let's try to solve a passage and let's try to put it into a Pressy which was given to you in the actual exam of the year 2019. So this was the passage given to the students, guys. Let's read and let's try to figure out what is the crux and how you should frame a Pressy. So let's begin, guys. India has always been a conglomerate of different creeds and communities. Our seers and sages, sadhu sant jo the, our seers and sages laid the foundation of our national unity and Indian nationalhood by establishing centers of pilgrimage on the 4 corners of India. In the process, they fired the imagination of our people with the idea of nationhood. Now, Indian people constituted a nation much before the British came. The coming of Mohammedans earlier had hardly made any difference to the fact of India being a nation. India could not cease to be a nation simply because people belonging to different religions reside here. People with different religious backgrounds would continue to constitute one nation so long as they maintain the principle of non-interference in one another's religion. Foreign rule over a civilized community in any country suffers from many disadvantages and many ills follow in its train. One of these disadvantages is that it has to rely on the less desirable elements in the population. The idealists, the proud, the self-respecting, who care sufficiently for freedom and are not prepared to degrade themselves by an enforced submission to an alien authority, keep aloof, or come into conflict with it. However, it is very important to remember, especially now, when we have regained our freedom from British rule, that it was contact with the Western ideas that made our people wake up and work for a new India. Right? So he's trying to say that in a way we have learned everything Western from the Britishers. Many great men and women have worked for the making of the new India in many different ways. They had different ideas of what the new India should be. Some wanted to reform the Hindu religion by getting rid of idol worship, caste, and other ideas that were not in the Hindu religion of ancient times. Swami Dyanand, for example, who founded the Arya Samaj, had the same. Others wanted to get rid of old ideas completely and make India into a modern country with the help of scientific knowledge gained from the West. For example, Raja Ram Mohan Roy. Some wanted to bring about changes by spreading education through newspapers and schools. But all these people got their ideas through hearing or reading about. Yes, this is also important, hearing about or reading about the changes which had been taking place in Europe and America. They got to know about these changes from people who came to India from the West, first to trade with them and then to rule over them. They did not like being ruled over by foreigners, but they could not help seeing that unless they got the modern scientific knowledge which the foreigners had, they would not be able to make a new India and rule it themselves. So the whole purpose was to make India into a better place. That is why we face the tyranny of Britishers and before that Mohammedans. So we've always been a community of multicultural ethnicities, right? So what could be an apt précis within 150 words for this passage? So the title could be India, a multicultural heaven since ages. A multicultural heaven, that's what we were talking about. And India has always been a nation, so we can give it an apt title, India, a multicultural heaven since ages. So what should be presented in the précis, guys? India presents the broad contours of an alternative society, a new civilization framework in a rudimentary form. The ancient Indian civilization fits the bill for being the true civilization. Indian people constituted a nation much before the British came, and the Mohammedans earlier had hardly made any difference to the fact of India being a nation. India could not cease to be a nation simply because people belonging to different religions reside here. People with different religious backgrounds would continue to constitute one nation so long as they maintain the principle of non-interference in one another's religion. Thus, in India, lays a real foundation of secular nationalism. But ironically, we have learned practically everything modern from coming in contact with the British, the then rulers in India. Our revolutionaries and freedom fighters envisioned the right changes to be brought about by reading about them happening in the modern world. We never wanted to be ruled, but could also not let modernism go by, even if it costed us our freedom. But hitherto, we wanted the rulers to leave so that we can use the modern scientific knowledge gained from them to form a new India. So that is how basically you frame a précis, guys. Now, I have brought down the whole passage into 150, 160 words, and in this, calculation, you can understand. I think we have touched each and every angle of the passage given in the real sense, but it has to be presented in your own words. So, guys, this is the proper form of framing a précis in your actual paper, so that you can learn how to, understand, comprehend, and then draft or articulate your answers in your own form. So guys, this session was about précis writing, how to frame a précis, what are the needs and what are the requirements. So certain things, give it an apt title, keep the word limit in mind, do not copy paste anything from the passage, use your own words, avoid replication, and only keep the abstract of the passage. So these certain points will help you draft a good précis. So what should be your strategy if you want to practice on your own? Every day, take up an editorial from a newspaper, read it, then sit down after 10 minutes and type your précis within 150, 170 words. So that would give you a better prospect into drafting your own précis. So I hope this session was useful, and I hope these strategy sessions will help you provide a better insight into your preparation. So that is it for the session, guys. We'll be back with more such sessions for you, and I hope your journey and your endeavors come out true and colorful for you. So having said that, guys, again, I would like to inform you about the special discount, the sale we have launched on all our courses, and the coupon code is EDT40, and the sale is valid only till 9 to 11th October. That is date a day after, I think tomorrow. So guys, thank you so much for joining in. And if you wish to contact us for any of our courses, these are our contact details. The links for our courses have been given in the description of the video as well. And if you want the PDFs of these sessions for free, you can join our Telegram group, the link for which is also given in the description of the video. So guys, don't forget to like the session. Don't forget to share it with your knowns, your loved ones, your nearbys and near ones, so that, somebody who actually needs this may get benefited from it. So having said that, I wish you a very fruitful, a very prosperous journey ahead, and I wish your endeavors come true in life. So thank you so much, guys, and happy learning to all of you.